Our enemies are in league against us, and they are of the Lombards. Let's go.
As long as Barbarossa's knights were present, peace endured. But the Emperor could not be everywhere at once. Whenever he went to Italy, Germany would flare up. And when Barbarossa returned to Germany, the Italians began plotting again. Milan had fallen, but the remainder of the Italian cities joined together in a confederation known as the Lombard League for the purpose of defeating Barbarossa. If Barbarossa intended to make Italy part of the Holy Roman Empire, he would have to conquer the Lombard League, city by city. But Barbarossa still had his secret weapon, Henry the Lion and his seasoned troops.
Alrighty. Construct a wonder within the city walls of Venice, Padua, or Verona. Limit to population of 125. The Lombards have a head start on you, to say the least, so rely on defenses. The Italians have rebelled against the rule of Barbarossa once more. This time several cities oppose him, and Barbarossa has called the aid of Henry the Lion, who will definitely betray us again. And our forces are split up. Venice is on the coast, kind of in the center of the map, and they are Byzantines, and they'll have, pikemen and galleons and stuff. Padua is attacking us literally instantly. You can see their armies are right here. And they used to be Teutons, but now they're Italians, so now they have Genoese crossbowmen. And Verona is Franks. At least I think they... Yeah, they're... Oh yeah, this is actually something that I put back in. So, again, I was beta testing the campaigns for FE and giving them feedback, and Verona was also used to be Italians, but then I asked that, make them Franks again. Because that way their paladins are scarier and all that good stuff, and it just gives it a little bit of different flavor.
Our fort is under attack by the Lombards.
Because otherwise, they when I played it, they were just making cavaliers.
Send my knights to assist you, though I fear they will be too late.
Anyway, you literally have to book it. Save what units you can, and sail away. Well, there are two potential starting locations. One down here, and one over here. And we're going to go to this one. So, we'll find ourselves some stuff. And you're going to have to be a little bit careful, because there are some islands hanging around the Adriatic Sea, and Venice has fortified them with castles and whatnot. But yeah, this scenario is really interesting. Just because there are so many different ways you can play it out. You can build a wonder within any of the three cities. All three are totally viable. And you have two different starting locations. So yeah, there's just a ton of different ways you can play this one out. I have done it. Building it in all of the cities. And although I will probably go to Padua, because that one's the fastest. At least it should be. Rip. I'll at least tell you guys some things you can do if you want to go for the other ones. Yeah, Padua is right here to the north. If you remember, they were also featured in Attila as Patavium, and they used to be Britons in the fall of Rome, if you remember. Same thing with Verona, although they used to be Orange and Franks. Well, I mean, technically those scenarios were made after these scenarios, but these ones happened later chronologically. Don't need the transports anymore. Get a dock just so we can get our fishing ships to work. Please don't, They ever implement... Oh, they did implement this change, too. Oh, they listened to me, guys. FE listened to me. It used to be that these units, back in AOC and HD, the units you were given were all with 0 upgrades whatsoever. And I said, that doesn't make much sense, because then you just want to pitch them away instantly, because you start an Imperial Age, obviously. So getting units that... Getting units that don't have any upgrades isn't too useful. Well, you would get onagers, but like... The crossbowmen you get, I think, would have no upgrades. The knights would have no upgrades. You get some scout cav instead of light cav. Now you have post-Castle Age upgrades, like the rest of your army. At least initially. Which seems fair. Anyway. I'm just gonna start by seeing what we can get done over here. I say Padua is the fastest because they're right here. And they're literally right next to one of the starting positions. And Teutons, as they are very slow, would prefer to attack the people that are closest to them. Do I have any more ships left? No, I don't. Anyway, we got some nice hits on some genbos. Now we can use our onagers, maybe take down some towers. Rip that genbo, man. So, Padua, they have some towers, they have one castle to the far north of the map, but generally they don't have too much. Can you take some better fish, please? Can almost afford a castle, which will be nice. Because our economy is currently 16 villagers. Well, plus 5 fishing ships. Still, it's not great. Anyway, I forget the exact conditions in which Henry the Land betrays you. I think it's like 20 minutes after you build a castle? Something like that. Yo, this genbo's got the moves! Also, I think they added a bit more wood. Like, around here. Because I do remember you being pretty short on wood. Can insert all the sex jokes you want there. Oh my god, that genbo is still alive. Die! No! Not the one Cavalier. It has 21 HP even. Damn it. But yeah, I still want to be very aggressive with this, your starting units that you get from the transports, because even though they do have some sort of upgrades now, they don't benefit from any upgrades you then research. So, you know, get going while the going's good. Because none of your enemies start in post-Imperial Age. Whoops. There's the castle I was telling you about. Oh yeah, there's I remember this goddamn one tree here that you have to chop down to build a castle. Build a castle here, and it will stop pretty much all of the naval attacks that you'll get from Venice. Especially with crenellations, because then you match the range of cannon galleons. So if you're going for the attacking Venice approach, I guess I'll explain it. My process for beating the scenario in each way after we win, hopefully, and we can see the full map. But essentially, with Venice, it's just build a navy. Okie dokie. Get some guys over here, spread them out. Anyway, it doesn't really matter which army you make, because you start in Imperial Age. You already have a lot of upgrades. Oh, I do still have one ship left. What do you know? Okay, I think he's just a scout. No, not the outpost. Die. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the castle. Defends especially these gold miners, because this is your only source of gold income. At least, again, if you start over here. Of course, the Wonder is going to be pretty expensive. 1,000 of every resource except food. So we don't want to be too buck wild with our stone. Yeah, I got a couple trebs. If I recall correctly, back in AOC, Venice would barely make any land units. They would almost exclusively make warships. Now they actually do make plenty of halbs. Our villager count's looking okay. Our upgrades aren't fantastic. What with imp upgrades being so expensive and all. But the idea should be that by the time we clean up Padua and can build our Wonder, we'll mine a lot of stone for some defensive buildings to make sure that we get her on up. Again, insert all the sex jokes you want. I don't really think these things through. But yeah, this is definitely a scenario that you don't need to worry about overbooming. You just send all the extra bills to build the Wonder. Oh, don't lose the Vil. Don't lose the Vil. There we go. Oh, I didn't know you still had some troops. Ah, that's fine. There's one castle down. Now, if I recall correctly, they do rebuild. So, like, even though we destroyed the city of Padua, Like, they'll send villagers and build TCs near their allies. Also, Henry the Lion never helps you. Unlike in Barbarossa 2, where up until the point that one or both of you betray each other, Henry the Lion helps you attack Poland. Here, Henry the Lion doesn't do anything to attack the Lombard League. He's just sitting around until he feels like betraying you. But you don't have to defeat him. And in fact, I wouldn't really recommend going through all the effort. Oh! Hi! Go! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Padua also has some military buildings down here. Oh, god damn it. Don't lose the trebs. There we go. Take down these gates. They don't delete walls. That is to say, the AI does not delete walls. So, just building your own gates will be sufficient.
Barbarossa, I do hate to strike you
20 minutes after we built our first castle? Maybe it's a little bit less than that.
that I make a better emperor. So sorry.
So sorry. Thankfully for everybody, Henry does survive this adventure. Otherwise, we couldn't have him narrate the story. Wait, didn't I tell you to attack this gate like a long time ago? Whatever. Bring everybody on in. This is another time where I can remind you guys that treadmill crane does affect wonder construction speed. So if you're going to build a wonder, go ahead and pick it up. However, the Spanish build bonus doesn't... It, like, they cap the Spanish build bonus, so Spanish villagers build a wonder as fast as ones with treadmill crane. So it's like that you would get treadmill crane for free. Only when building a wonder, otherwise you build even faster. Anyway, here's our lovely abbey. Definitely not the longest scenario in the world, just because, you know, you start in Imperial Age. Yeah, they definitely added more trees around here. Which is nice. Rip. Not even in range. Feels Ornlu, man. Oh yeah, you don't have to defend the wonder, in case that wasn't clear. You just need to build it. Your monks are useless if my cavaliers aren't in range. Yeah, Verona builds a lot of monks. That was also super annoying when they were Italians and had all the monk upgrades. Benefit from my free herbal medicine. Now, I thought that the game capped the additional speed that, you know, adding each additional villager gives to a building at 40, but maybe that was only back in AOC or something. Because with Wonders and Fetorias, you can definitely hoard around more than 40 villagers. Yeah, here's Verona. I mean, all of your enemies develop pretty big, scary armies if you give them time. But yeah, back when they were Italians, like I said in the beta, when I was beta testing the campaigns, they would be stuck at Cavaliers, whereas now they do get up to Paladins. Eventually. But alas, their efforts will be for naught. I wonder if the fact that I built these gates here makes them bug out. I don't know.
Thus shall the Lombard League realize the might of the Holy Roman Emperor.
Hooray! Now I'll briefly explain how you can go about it the other way. I guess first, if you want to start down here, it's totally fine. You have some boar nearby. You do have some gold and some stone. The thing is, you have it gives you more space in the beginning, so it takes longer for the enemy to attack you. But you also have to go way further to get to the enemy cities. Also, I'll just show off Henry the Lion's base really quick. Makes Teutonic Knights and Capgrams. I think some champions as well. Nothing too crazy. Anyway, if you want to attack Venice, here's Venice. I think they added some more buildings. So they have bombard towers. They have a castle over here with some bombard cannons. They have a bombard tower over here as well. So it might seem like it's the hardest one, and it very well may be. But cannon galleons. You just make a small navy, cannon galleon down everything, and then use your galleons to shield your villagers as you build a wonder. Verona, probably the hardest one, honestly. Even though they have the lowest score, they make the scariest army, because heavy scorpions and monks and hand cannons and cavaliers is a lot. Also, they're right next to Henry the Lion. So, yeah, I mean, this one you just kind of have to, you just destroy their city, and it just takes a long time, because they're, no matter which spot you choose to start in, they're very far away. So you need to make sure that your reinforcements are on point. But that's pretty much it.
Henry the Lion was immediately banished to England. Separated from his wealth and army, there was little more he could do to plague Barbarossa. After 6 campaigns down to Italy, Barbarossa was weary of crossing the Alps. The fighting ended with the signing of the Treaty of Constance, which said effectively that the Emperor and the Pope were equals.
I'm not sure how that works when, policy is going to be enacted.
One that seemed unlikely to endure, when suddenly the Pope died. The new Pope was less interested in squabbling with the Emperor than he was in events down south. You see, the Europeans were being driven out of the Holy Land. It was time for another crusade.
Crusades, Part 3! Anyway, that will be the Lombard League, and finishing up our Italian third of the Barbarossa campaign. Pretty short. But yeah, next up will be Barbarossa's March. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. And we'll be paying a visit to Saladin eventually. See you guys next time.